Pat, you had a good story on SI.com, ranking the 15th biggest rivalries in college football. The hate meter, the hate-orama, if you will.
Bad blood power ratings. Yes, sir.
Number 10, the Alliance versus playoff expansion.
Yeah, that's one. There is definitely some bad blood there. It's all administrative, but it's real. Greg Sankey and the guys that worked with him to expand the playoff, Craig Thompson of the Mountain West, Jack Swarbrick of Notre Dame, and Bob Bowlesby of the Big 12. They had their plan. It was well received. We were going from 4 to 12. And then the Alliance hit the brakes on it and just basically gummed up everything, and it didn't happen.
Number 9, Washington versus Washington State.
Yeah.
Apple Cup bitterness, really?
Apple Cup anger. Last year, Washington State won the game, and, they did what fans do after you win a big rivalry game. They storm the field. But the game was in Seattle. It was at Washington Stadium. They beat them by their biggest margin of victory ever in the Apple Cup, 27 points. So you combine that, but their fans all over your field and planting their flag at midfield. Oh, I think that's got to lead to some riled up Husky fans.
I mean, I hope so. At least show a pulse out of that program. This is way too high. No way. I mean, it's humiliating having the other team storm your field. I agree. But that is a sign of how bad it is. Number 8, Lane Kiffin versus Jimbo Fisher.
Yeah. He got there first. Kiffin went there first.
Yeah.
On signing day. Irresponsible as hell, Jimbo said.
Yeah, I called him a clown act, which is, I think even Lane probably admits he sometimes acts like a clown. Number 7, LSU versus Florida. I believe this is because of the thrown cleat game? What do we got?
Well, we got the thrown cleat game in 2020. We had last year when LSU won as a 12.5-point dog. That rivalry's been off the rails for a while. If you go back, remember the hurricane postponement of 2016 where LSU basically said Florida was chicken, we're ready to play. The hurricane ain't going to be there. You should play the game. And
oh, yeah.
It's been good since then. And then, the last 2 years have been crazy.
Number 6, Pat Narduzzi versus Lincoln Riley, the Pitt coach versus the USC coach. And obviously, Jordan Addison has made his commitment. He's heading to USC.
Yep.
Was there a tampering?
Oh, we heard a lot of tampering thrown around on that one.
All right, one of my favorites, SMU versus TCU is number 5.
How about
Battle
that?
for the Iron Skillet, which I personally like because you can cook out of the trophy.
Yes, you can. You can cook out of a trophy or beat somebody over the head with it. And I think right now, those fans, especially on the SMU side, would like to beat the Frogs over the head because they took their coach. I mean, that's been a big rivalry for a long time. And Sonny Dykes just up and left. And he's the new coach at TCU. And last year's game ended with a bunch of the usual hurt feelings because SMU won and then tried to plant a flag. And then there was a fight. You love a good Texas chippiness battle.
All right, number 4, Brian Kelly versus Notre Dame fans.
Number 4 and number 3, both blue blood schools that had their coach jilt them. And
so number 3 is Oklahoma fans versus Lincoln Riley. Yeah.
Had their successful coach jilt them and didn't handle it especially well.
Who on this hates more, Oklahoma fans or Notre Dame fans?
Oklahoma fans. Their anger was incredible, and then it only got worse when Caleb Williams left and Mario Williams left, the receiver and quarterback. And I just think that their level of vitriol has been extremely high.
All right, number 2 on the list, Jim Harbaugh versus Coach Third Base, Ryan Day.
Yeah. That's when you knew Harbaugh was fully back, when he threw in the post-game barb after he finally beat Ohio State and beat them bad and won the Big Ten East and went on to win the Big Ten Championship. And he said, sometimes people that are standing on third base think they hit a triple, but they didn't. Mm-hmm. And there was no doubt who he was referring to there. And yeah, as if Ohio State, Michigan needed a little more juice, it got it.
Ryan Day handed the Ohio State job where bootstrap Jim Harbaugh started at non-scholarship University of San Diego. Finally, number 1, you have Despicable Nick versus Jimbo.
Yeah.
Pretty obvious.
Pretty obvious. It's given us 2 complete podcasts worth of venom and anger. So it's a clear number one.